Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So, do you know something really special that has recently happened here? Has anyone noticed yes? That is your energies and support this afternoon. Surprised, right? Well, honestly, I've never seen this in ever before. That truly amazed me so much. I have so much respect and admiration for all of you. Why don't we reward ourselves with some hands clapping? Thank you. That's also the reason why today I'm so honored to stand here and give my presentations. And hopefully I will also receive your cheers today. So, before we begin with my presentations, I have just a small questions for all of you. And if you agree or answer is yes, raise your hands up please. So, are you ready?
Yeah!
So, my question is, have you ever seen a young driver speeding on the road?
Yes.
Well, I see many hands up here. Really thank you. Was it you? Yeah, thank you. It can be a scary sight, right? A young driver full of excitement speeding on the road with barely a glance at any traffic sign. Imagine, just a split second and the situation could turn tragic. That's why it's so important for young drivers to understand their responsibilities that comes with being on the road. That's why today I want to introduce with all of you about topic 14. What measures should be introduced to reduce the road accidents, particularly among young drivers? So now let's dive into it. Too often we see the root of the mishaps on the road is not the reckless intent, but the inexperience. A fleeting moment where the allure of speed or just a distracting glance can change a life in an instant. When young drivers underestimate the power of road, when they choose their phones over the focus, or when they abandon the safety of the helmet, there is more than just a mind. There is shattered futures of themselves and also grieving families. So how do we create a safer road for young people? I believe the change comes with education. Imagine transforming every traffic lesson into an immersive experience where simulations, first-hand stories, and interactive workshops bring home the true cost of every action. When young drivers understand that every traffic sign is a guardian and every rule is a shield, the fear of careless mistakes immediately is replaced by the respect for the road. Then let's consider the power of role modeling. When parents and mentors consistently demonstrate a safe driving habit, their actions speak louder than any word ever can. Imagine a young driver who sees his parents buckling up every time, respecting the rhythm of red and green light, internalize the habits. In that way, safety becomes not just a culture, not just a rule, but a culture. And finally, authorities must also create an environment where safety is something non-negotiable. Stricter laws, visible enforcement, like steep fines or violations, or rigorous checks, especially near school, send a clear and obvious message. Every life on the road counts, and no shortcut is worth the risk. Together, education, role modeling, and stricter enforcement, with a safety net that catches every young driver before their mistakes turn tragic. The goal here is not to stifle their freedom, but to empower responsible choices, transforming every young journey and every journey into a lesson in care and respect. So let us envision roads not just as channels of speed, but as highways of hope, where every right is a promise kept and every driver can return home safe. Let's shape a future where the energy of the youth is matched with the wisdom of safe practice. And that's all the things I want to share with all of you today. So, what about you? Do you have any others, opinions, or perspective? You can share with everyone, or just it's me, but after my speech, please. Last words, really appreciate you for listening to my presentation. really thank you for your question. Well, first, I'd say, as one said, role modeling. Yeah, you know, parents can practice the safe rules, the safe safety, on the safeties for their children too, like the buckling up every time, respecting the red and green light, not just pass over the green light, the red light. And they also should teach their children about safety rule when the children was young, like 3 or 4 years old, like that, or just when they started to participate in the road. Okay.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. All right. So here we have the dangers of the road, and especially with the young drivers. Do you think, or may go with, how long should a class in school teach driver safety for a student?
That's really an interesting question. It's quite hard, right? So in my opinion, I really think that weekly, but at the weekend, please, because you know the other time of the week should be for the time for school, the time for working subjects like civic educations, math, literatures, and science, anything else. But at the weekends, there should also be a time for traffic lessons, because you know, especially in the secondary school, where many students join the road, it's really necessary for students. It's really necessary for the school to organize traffic lessons I think that's as often as possible.
All right, so on the weekends, as often as possible. Thank you.
Good job. So I got one question about, I have seen those reckless drivers who ride a motorbike on the main road in Rockney, very recklessly. So what do you think could be the best penalty or punishment for those people?
Thank you for the questions. Well, your experience really remind me of my younger sister. Oh my gosh, she rushes in the route just like that, the way you described. So dangerous. I think that if the students were they in the impressionable ages, this punishment should be ban them from using their vehicles, ban them for times, and also some financial punishment too. Not just too heavy, like sent them to the jail or something like that. But if for some severe situations, like my younger sister, oh my gosh, she damaged a part of my streets, of the street. I really think that should send them to the jail for a part time. These are right. Thank you everyone for listening. Goodbye.